Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Achut. Today we are going to see how hobbies can influence the decisions of the interviewers in a job interview. And today we are going to see the hobbies related questions. What are hobbies? Why do you nurture that hobby? And tell me some details about that particular hobby. These are the questions that we discuss today. And first, we shall see why this question is asked and also the strategies. And finally, we shall see the golden tips about these questions. Now, let us see what hobbies and interests are all about and what are the differences. Hobbies are your spare time activities. That means the activities during your activities during weekends, vacation, etc. And you don't regret if you haven't done it. Unlike interest means you want to do it every day. If you don't do it, you feel that you are missing something. But a hobby is something that you want to do only during your free time, spare time. And if you feel like doing it every day, it's your interest. So some people make a hobby as their profession. Now let us categorize hobbies. Hobbies are two types. One is active hobbies, the other one is passive hobbies. Active hobbies are like playing cricket, volleyball, painting, drawing, singing, dancing, traveling, photography, stamp collection, coin collection, social service, etc. That means you are doing something, you are actively involved in an activity. Whereas whereas passive hobbies are watching cricket, movies, watching TV, browsing internet, playing video games, fantasy sports, etc. That means you are not actively involved in a particular thing. You are just watching it, or maybe you are involved in some activity which is not creative. In the former case, like active hobbies, you are involved in an active or you are doing something which is a creative activity. Now let us see the first question, what are your hobbies? Now let us see why this question is asked. It is asked to check what would you do when you are left with a lot of time at your disposal, and to know your taste in general, and also to draw a sketch of your personality. Generally, your CV gives a glimpse of your factual information. Whatever you have done in the past, it reveals your past. But hobbies are the ones which will clearly give a sketch of your personality, your taste, your ambition, how you will get the pleasure, enjoyment by involving yourself in an activity. So it is one of the important sections in your CV which most people ignore to keep it in the CV. So please keep it in the CV to give a better picture of your personality to the interviewer. Now let us see the strategies as to how you will uh, give the answer to this question. You can pick some of your hobbies from the extracurricular activities, like you have won some prizes in singing, dancing, maybe you have done some anchoring in one of the events, or maybe you have won prizes in cricket, volleyball, or maybe some activities like chess or social service or NCC. So for all these things, you can convert the same thing into a hobby. Like singing is your hobby. Many people do not put the hobby in its section by ignoring extracurricular activities. So there must be a connectivity between all the sections. Maybe co-curricular activities, like you have done something like a role like a, a coordinator in an event. So you can keep, or NSS activity. So you can keep in the hobbies as social work. Like that, you can establish a connection between your co-curricular extracurricular activities with the hobbies. Now also quote some hobbies that you really do with passion. Maybe you are involved in photography, traveling, there is no mention about these activities in your co-curricular and extracurricular activities. You can always mention these, and these hobbies should be in consonance with your strengths. And try to correlate your hobbies with the job description, particularly when your background is not matching with the job description. So you can take extra care when your background is not matching with the job description. Now let us see the golden tips. You can always write your active hobbies which you are currently pursuing, particularly creative ones which I have mentioned in your CV, like playing cricket, social work, playing chess, singing, dance, etc. And do not write more than 3 or 4 hobbies. If you just fill 10-15 hobbies, it means that you have a lot of spare time. And be prepared with the content relevant to those hobbies. Like you have to prepare yourself. Suppose you have written 3 or 4 hobbies, you have to collect information which you genuinely need to counter any questions in the interview. So like there are some other hobbies, there are some other things that people write in their CV which are not advisable, like newspaper reading. Newspaper reading is not a hobby, it is an interest, because every day you are involved in newspaper reading. Like cooking, gardening, these things are generally gender based. It's not advisable to write these by girls. If boys write these, okay, it's a different activity, it goes very well. And reading holy books, subject related books, learning new technologies, these are all your professional pursuits, maybe your religious pursuits, so please do not mention. And browsing internet for updating oneself in technologies is also not advisable to write in the CV, because it's not giving a glimpse of your personality. Now let us see the second question. Why do you nurture that hobby? The interviewers sometimes will ask pointed questions about your hobbies, like a particular sport or game. Why do you like that sport or game? You can give creative answers and objective answers, like cricket is a team sport. It offers a wonderful opportunity to coordinate with the team members. It improves team spirit, and it also gives an opportunity to nurture your leadership skills. Also setting a target, chasing a target, handling the stress in between, all these things can be improved by playing cricket. That's why I like that sport. Like that you can give creative answers. And also music or dance. If the interviewer asks a question like, why do you like dance, you can always say, sir, dance is a form of art where you are communicating with the audience by explaining the lyric through your body language. So it's a creative activity, that's why I like it. And music also. I like music because not only the rhythm of the music but also the lyrical value. I learned many things, deeper things and insights about life and philosophy through wonderful lyrics. You can always say like that. And drawing and painting. For these questions, you can say, I conceive some idea and I put it on the canvas so that I can communicate with many people about my ideas. Like that, you can give a creative answer. Also, stamp and coin collection. For these things also you can always say they reflect or they talk about a particular country's culture, different events in different times, etc. Also photography and traveling. About these things also you can give creative answers, like I will have a wonderful opportunity to learn about different cultures, places, food habits, etc., about different places. So it's a learning experience for me. You can connect all these hobbies with relevant soft skills that match with the job description. Like if your job requires marketing or sales, you have to highlight traveling, making friendships, like these creative, like these activities which will really help you in carrying out your job. And tell me some details about that hobby, like if it is a sport and game. The interviewers might ask you questions related to that particular sport, like who's your favorite bowler, favorite batsman, or favorite captain, and a particular X player, how many centuries did he score in a match or in his career. So you have to come prepared to the interview. And also about music and dance, they might ask about your favorite singer, favorite music director, and some lyrics that you really like. So you have to go prepared with this, with these details. And about drawing and painting, they might ask what kind of pictures do you generally draw. Then you have to say generally students say that I generally copy something by seeing the nature or animals, like that. Please don't give such answers. Your answer should fetch you job. You should give a creative answer. Like generally, I see that my drawing gives some message to the audience. Like you can give some examples also, so that your answer will fetch you job. And also stamps and coin collection. How many coins did you collect? How many countries coins do you have? All these things you have to go prepared to the interview. And about photography, traveling, also you can give such creative answers. And as always, you have to connect these hobbies with relevant soft skills that match with the job description. And please see that you should not lose a job opportunity because you haven't done well, particularly with hobbies. Please see that you go prepared with some details about these hobbies. So wish you all the best and catch me in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.